Hey guys, so this week in science we are identifying landforms that are created with water, wind, or ice. So remember, those big forces, water, wind, or ice, are what changes our Earth's surfaces. And I'm going to show you a little something today that you can do at home if you would like to, or you could just watch my video, that's fine too. But we're going to just show how water, wind, and ice will erode sediment and can create new landforms such as sand dunes, canyons, and other landforms that are around our Earth. So for this experiment, you're gonna need a couple of things if you choose to do this at home, on your own. You'll need a little pan to put in your sediment. Remember, our sediment for this, I'm using sand, but you can really use anything as your sediment. You could use, breadcrumbs, you could use soil, truly anything you would like to show your sediment. You can also have some ice, which you see here. Ice is going to be obviously our ice. Our straw is going to act as our wind, and our water is going to act as our precipitation. Wind erosion, you're just simply going to blow into the straw and move the sediment around as shown. As you can see, the sediment is moving around in the pan. And that is modeling wind erosion. For the water erosion, we're going to take our precipitation, and I always like to put a little hole in the top of the pan here. So I always just put a little hole here into the pan, and we're going to pour our water into the pan, and that is going to show and model. Oops, a little too fast. But there is our water erosion. Now, if you noticed, the erosion, the water eroded the sediments and brought the sediments kind of more, I'll do it again. It brought it to the end of the pan. So you can see that water, that sediment there is being eroded to that pan. And it's still, you can still see it moving. You can still see it moving around. Because that water is carrying it or eroding it away. So for the ice, it takes a longer, time for ice to melt. And as you can see, the sediment's on a slope. I put a little more sediment over at the top so that it would be on a slope. And you can see the ice has, it is melting. And as it's melting, you can kind of see it's taking the sediment with it. And that is going to, obviously, when you're talking about erosion, it's carrying away sediment. So the ice is doing that as well. So here we finished modeling wind erosion, which is going to create those sand dunes, right? Water erosion, which water erosion can create canyons, and it's a very powerful force. Ice is going to create valleys, because when the ice melts, it's also going to create that water that will create those U-shaped valleys.